Join me in this day-free Disneyland Paris vlog as we head into Disneyland Park for extra magic time. We do some rides and attractions we're yet to do this trip, as well as some familiar favourites. We'll be eating lots more yummy food, and at night we'll be going into Discoveryland, getting some night rides and soaking up the general atmosphere. We'll also be watching the new fireworks show with the drones, as the last few nights it's been raining so haven't been able to. If there's a certain section which appeals to you, feel free to use the video chapters on the progress bar. And with that being said, hang on to them hats and glasses, because this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness. Yeah! Good morning and welcome to this day-free Disneyland Paris vlog. It's going to be raining again all day, so I'm a little nervous to get out there. But the time's about 7 AM. I'm going to take the bus from the hotel. I'm staying in Val d'Europe. And then head to the park for early magic time, because on my gold annual pass we get an hour of extra magic time. So we'll be going into Disneyland Park today for that hour, because yesterday we did studios. So if you want to see the studios sort of rope drop run, then go for yesterday's vlog. But today hopefully you're going to check out Peter Pan first thing. That would be good, because that always gets one of the biggest queues in that park. So hopefully that'll be open for magic time, and then we'll see where we go from there. And in general, lots more good stuff to come today. Do some more shopping. Lots of shops I haven't been in yet. Try some new food. And do some great rides. What more could you want? Come along. I would also like to say that I know I'm wearing the same grey jumper. I wanted to wear this a few days because I wear a t-shirt underneath that. So it kind of functions as a jumper as it's very woolly. But I'm really worried about wearing it in the rain, because it's meant to be raining all day. It doesn't stop according to the weather app, so I don't want to ruin it just for the sake of looking pretty in some photos today. I just thought I'd show you how to get on the buses here. You want to use this app, Île-de-France Mobilité, and then you'll put in an itinerary. So from here it will be Disneyland Paris. From this hotel. Then you press on the route you're taking, so I'm going to take the bus. And then it will say, okay, so to do this route, you're going to need to get one bus ticket. So you can press on there. Okay, I'll buy a ticket, bus or a tram ticket for €2. It's a bit slow with this app. I'm trying to press buy ticket. Oh, I'll keep going once it works. Oh, there we go. So I go for, on my iPhone, buy a ticket. Then not a day ticket, then single ticket, and you want to go for one of the bus tram tickets. You'll press buy, and then you can pay with Apple Pay or your card. Once you do that, so once you pay, it says it will load onto your phone. Ticket's been loaded. So then once you go onto your Apple Pay or whatever you have, if you've added this card, it will see a new one ticket has appeared. Then when you get on the bus, you can get on at the back, the middle, or the front. There's a little validating machine where you can just tap it as if you were Apple Paying in. I feel like it's slightly needlessly complex, in my humble opinion, but there you go. But yeah, you'll want to download this the first time you get the app. It'll say, do you want to download your Navigo Easy Pass? And there it is. The rain has already very much started, which is fun. The hotel's just there. And then on this little bus stand, just opposite, it says the times of the bus, so 4 minutes till the next one. The 2233. That bus ride just went down a treat because they had radiators lining the floor, so my feeling a little drier, a little warmer after getting soaked last night in the storm. With that being said, I can already feel that feeling dissipating. It's really bad out here. Anyway, we troop on because we're at Disney. What's there to complain about? So, you have to go through this security section no matter which park you're going through. If you're going to Studios or the Disneyland Park on the right. So we'll be heading down there again. In the distance, Tower of Terror. As I said yesterday, what's better than seeing that with a gloomy sky behind it? Makes the rain worth it. I think I was here about 10 minutes earlier yesterday, and there was a bit of a crowd, but I guess maybe the gates have already opened. No, the gates haven't opened. I'm still the first one here. Or is it just this one on the left? No, they've not opened. Oh my goodness. Oh, first one in the park, look at me go. But there'll be hotel guests coming in through the village side, but from day guests, first one in. Nice. Well, I'm in. The security check was at the same time as yesterday. It was 5 to 8, those gates opened. But I guess my bus must have been a little speedier, because I thought I'd left the flat a little later, or the apartment a little later than usual, but I guess not. Well, I guess the bus must have made up for lost time if I had. I think I'll definitely be investing in some waterproof shoes or boots for this autumn/winter season if I come back to Disneyland. Well, when I come back to Disneyland Paris at some point in the future, I definitely do not want to be wearing my Reeboks, which are now broken on the sole, so letting water seep in. This is not fun. But we're at Disneyland. Keep it together, Max. Enjoy yourself. So they've got these signs out the front of the hotel saying Disney Hotel Guests this way. I presume that also applies to the annual pass holders who get the early entry. In the old days, annual pass holders used to have a dedicated entrance if you were the top 2 tiers, but they've done away with that, I guess, because there are less annual pass gold members now that they've priced them out. So yeah, I think you just follow the hotel guest sign if you're a gold Disneyland Pass member and get magic time as well. Because I suppose the implication is it will just be hotel guests who are here in general, which is why they just sort of advertise for them so they don't miss the signs, instead of confusing them by saying and Disneyland Pass holders. They're like, well, what's that? So yeah, very much in the minority being a Disneyland Gold Pass member, I think, which is why it's not on the signage, would be my guess anyway. Or maybe they just hate us.
Merci beaucoup, Monsieur, la souris.
Pero que tiene que hacerlo en orden. En orden.
Oh, that's special. That is real special. First one's into Disneyland Park. Okay, so yeah, the plan is to head to Peter Pan first. Oh, by the way, what I just showed you was me booking my registration for Friday, because you can only have 3 days booked on your annual pass at a time. Because I've now done the Tuesday, I could book the Friday. Yeah, we're going to go for Peter Pan first. They're clearly keen for Peter Pan. As that gets the biggest queue on the park. I've also found out Big Thunder Mountain is open for early magic time, so that's good news. Might have a ride on that. Also going to ride Dumbo, I think, because that also gets a huge queue, but as a single adult male, I don't ride Dumbo. Well, I like riding Dumbo, but I don't really like queuing 45 minutes for it in the middle of the day. So it's always better when you can just get on it when it's slightly quieter, like now in early magic time. So that'll be the plan first, Peter Pan and then Dumbo. There are very few feelings better than waiting on Main Street, the turnstiles opening and then coming down to a empty central plaza here right by the castle, and knowing that there's a whole day of magic ahead of you. Very exciting. Oh god, I think I cut my lip, hang on. I think somebody needs to get some Vaseline this trip. It's been colder than I expected, so I think my lips are beginning to crack. Please God, no! What will the fans think? They'll think I don't take care of my body. Off topic, but I will say I'm not the biggest fan of Vaseline actually. I don't really like the texture, but it might have to be a necessary evil now. If you're wondering why people are already leaving the park here, I believe there is princess dining for breakfast inside the castle, as guests were going down the middle entrance of the Main Street turnstiles for that this morning. I presume it's here, and it's called like the Auberge de Cendrillon, as in Cinderella. I probably butchered that, I apologise, but yeah, I'm not too sure. Maybe it was actually in the Disneyland Hotel, but I presume it was in the park because I saw people sort of sneaking in early. But anyway, we're here now. Special. Also quite ironic that I've said that I've butchered that when it's botched that. I'm still new to vlogging. I get nervous sometimes. I'm trying to be more confident. I'm trying to get out my shit. I'm a confident person, but this whole vlogging thing is really testing me, I'll tell you that for free. I think I get a little on edge and my words mess up, but I'm gonna get better. Practice makes perfect. Nice to see Snow White, the carousel, and Pinocchio without the queue after seeing them external trip, basically. I will be getting on you soon, Dumbo, but first we take a slight left here to Peter Pan. Ah, man, that is magical. A quiet fantasy land on a rainy morning. They said it's closed for technical issues. What are the chances of that? Oh well, we'll do Dumbo first then. Looks like I'm going to be the first rider on it. We've also got Space Mountain open for early magic time. I think I might have mentioned that, or maybe not. And then the plan will be to either get on Autopia or Pinocchio at 9:30, as we've not done those yet and they can get quite big queues from what we've seen this trip. So stick around. Well, this is a better start. This looks like it could be open, although the staff members are hiding away. I'm in now, they can't stop me. They'll have to catch me first, I'm like a whippet. A lot of disappointed faces outside Peter Pan. Oh dear. There is a puddle in my Dumbo seat. Oh dearie me. The crowds keep coming for Peter Pan, and they're going to be disappointed. Right, hold that to keep up. Come on. Let's get some altitude here. It's got to be the best fantasy land, surely. That's European quaintness taken to a whole nother level. I told you I stumble on my words. Special. So, I've got it to myself. I thought at least someone would have snuck on, I guess not. Everyone's holding out, trying to hope that Peter Pan will open up, but doesn't look like it's happening anytime soon. Guess we'll soon find out. Okay, well, we're not going to hang around for Peter Pan and waste magic hour. Let's see what else is open. This carousel looks like it's still closed at the moment. Maybe the play is to head for Big Thunder Mountain. Oh, hang on, is she opening it? Oh, let's find out. Doesn't look like it's open yet. Might be a 9:30 job. This is Auberge de Cendrillon, or Auberge, I apologise, which I think is the princess dining, which everyone's doing. I presume, but I don't know for sure. Right, yes, we'll either go to Thunder or Space. One of the mountains. I'm feeling like a real hiker today. So I've taken this little side path which was on the right hand side of the castle. So I think the decision's been made for us. We'll head for Big Thunder Mountain first. God, it's beautiful. I've always loved how they do these square trees, turn them into topiaries of sorts, in the style of the film, the artwork of the film. Which I believe was Mary Blair did the backgrounds on that as well. Ooh, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong. I'm not the best with animator names as much as I know about the film, so I apologise, animators, you deserve more credit. And look at this is now an homage to animators. And yeah, you were my childhood. As I said, I love Disney as much as I love theme parks. Disney made me fall in love with theme parks. Theme parks have made me fall in love with Disney more. This has got to get sorted. I can't put a plaster on my lip though, can I? I might do something a bit outlandish. I've just seen on the app Big Thunder Mountain's closed. I turned the corner and saw the lights were on the mountain, so I thought that can't be good. Oh, I've just heard it clicking over the hill though, so maybe it's testing now. I think I might just go get breakfast now. I was going to wait until I'd done a few rides. But yeah, it's one of these Main Street shops will be open. It will either be the cable car bake shop or cake shop, it's called something like that, or the market house delicatessen. Let's find out. So it turns out the cable car bake shop is the cookie kitchen, and the cookie kitchen is the cable car bake shop. They basically share the same space. I got a hot chocolate and a chocolate muffin. Double chocolate by the looks of it. Looks very yummy. Came to €7. Same price as yesterday, but yesterday you got a Minute Maid as well, and you could have your discount, but I believe in here you couldn't get your discount. I didn't actually ask, but I assume because it's more of a cafe instead of a restaurant. Whether the new Plaza Garden restaurant next door, you can get away with getting a discount because it technically is a restaurant, so something to bear in mind if you're an annual pass holder. A bit of a better deal going on if you're next door, I think, for breakfast. I'm going to exit out the back way of the store, if I can, or is this locked? Oh no. Okay. Because I need to go to the toilet. Oh, but the nearest toilet is this way actually. Top of Main Street and then you take a right. But that muffin I just had was divine. I thought I was going to be disappointed because I got to the inside, it wasn't gooey, but I actually think there were so many chocolate chunks in there that if it had been a gooey chocolate centre, I probably would have, I don't know, cried. Not with joy, with like, this is too intense. To the toilet, which just right hand side of Main Street, hidden back there in that little green building. At least I think it's green. I'm red green colourblind, so don't come at me in the comments if it's not green. Anyway, oh, everyone's in there for breakfast. Oh, there's character meet and greeting. I could see Goofy and Geppetto through the window. Okay, good to know. Yeah, so that hot chocolate as well, that was a shot of life. There's nothing like a Disney hot chocolate on a cold day. Straight to the heart, warms the soul. That character dining's going on is the Plaza Gardens. It's actually a really nice restaurant. It's a buffet style restaurant. Used to love going there when I was a young wee boy. The other thing I wanted to say was, I just looked at the app and Big Thunder Mountain and Peter Pan are still closed. So I guess it's Space Mountain or nothing right now. Because I looked on the app and it was literally just Dumbo and this open at the moment. So let's see if anything else opens during magic time or if it will be a 9:30 job. Well, at least Space Mountain is definitely running because I just saw one of the coaster trains shoot up the launched lift hill. This is Autopia, so hopefully come here for 9:30 or as I said, maybe Pinocchio. Oh, it's an impressive building, but I'm going to say it like I said it yesterday. Please bring back an actual Space Mountain. No more of the Star Wars overlay, please. As much as I like Star Wars, I'm not ragging on Star Wars, I'm a Star Wars fan. I just would love to see this, I mean it's a beautiful Jules Verne inspired building. It's just a shame there isn't a Jules Verne inspired attraction on the inside. At least they'll be able to get a little warm in here for the next 10 minutes or so. When this was Space Mountain Mission 2, this used to be a little theming piece you could see from the queue line. You could see the trains hit the brake run. It's a shame that that's no longer the case. Actually, in fairness, the theming piece is still there. It's just you can't see it. They've sort of put boards up so you can't see it. You hear the coaster roar in this building. It really builds the tension. I think it really is going to be a walk-on. Oh yeah, look at this. That's what you want to see on a morning. That was a fun ride on Space Mountain just then. Peter Pan is just open, just had a look at the app. It's on 30 minutes, Big Thunder's on 10. Could do Thunder and then hit up Peter, because we've got 18 minutes left of early magic time. I think I should just go straight to Peter because once the rest of the park opens up and they start selling Premier Access, that queue line's going to be nasty. So try and make the most of the next 15 minutes before the premiere accesses start getting let in, and the queue line, it becomes very stop start once they're feeding in the paid fast trackers. So I think we'll still go to Peter and try and make the most of what's left of Magic Time by doing that. Buzz Lightyear's lighting package is looking good on there. I think that's what's a shame about this magic hour at the moment is I think this would usually be open, so then younger families, well not younger families but families with younger children would head to this one as well as Peter Pan, but now I think all the younger families are going to be nestled into Peter. I would say they should probably, while Buzz Lightyear is down at the moment, they should probably open up Pinocchio or Snow White in its place, just to try and divert the crowds in early Magic Time, so you feel like you're getting more for your buck if you're staying at the hotel, or if you have the annual pass like me. Well, that is very interesting. It looks like they did open up Pinocchio, perhaps to combat the Peter Pan crowd, as when I looked on the map this morning it said this was meant to open at 9:30. Very interesting. Well, there you go. I have to commend Disney on that one. Oh my goodness, it's external already. I mean, well, it's always external, but as in out this front. Oh dear. I abandoned ship. I got in there for a minute and thought, actually, you know what? We've still got, what day is it today? Wednesday. We've still got tomorrow and the day after if we want to try and rope drop Peter. So we'll do Studios one other rope drop, and we'll do Peter another day. Or maybe tonight if it peters off at the end of the day. Pun intended. But now we have a difficult decision, because in this situation I would have gone straight into Pinocchio's, but Pinocchio's has quite a bit of queue. Could instead go to Autopia, hoping it does open on the button at 9:30, as I've got 10 minutes to get back there. That could be the play here, maybe. Or Big Thunder Mountain, get a ride in while it's still open in early Magic Time. Toughie. I think I'm going to go for Autopia. As we've got 10 minutes to opening, we'll still beat the main crowds who are coming in. So we'll just wait outside there until it opens. Fingers crossed, watch my luck now today, it will end up not opening at 9:30. But yeah, I think that will be the best move for now. Because Pinocchio was looking pretty busy in there, so I don't know if it would have been much of a discount to get in there now. That ride doesn't have Premier Access, so that's always going to move at the same pace throughout the day. I just feared with Peter Pan, you know, in 10 minutes they're going to let in the crowds. As I said, if they're using their Premier Access passes, that's going to be even slower, so yeah, probably best to get on Autopia, keep ahead of the crowds and use your Magic Time wisely. See, this is looking very good if it opens at 9:30. There's about, what, 20 people in front of me, maybe less, and I've just seen some cars going around, so the cast members are definitely doing something on there. There goes Space Mountain. I think this was the right move. Yet again, I say this now, and then famous last words, the next clip will be, it didn't open. It says entrance at 9:30, so fingers crossed. So, lady just came over at 9:30, exactly, and said, oh yeah, we're not opening because of the rain, because it's too wet on the tracks. Well, query. You had two members of cast there. You could have said there's potential it might not open. I mean, look, maybe they were holding out for the last minute hoping something would change, but it's been pretty much the same conditions for the last for all day so far, and the track's been just as wet, but oh well. I guess we'll go back to Fantasyland and get in Pinocchio's before the Main Street crowds, the 9:30 crowds get here. Also, the irony, I literally said I doubt it'll probably not open now. But yeah, we'll try and get on Pinocchio, because they said that will still move at the same pace, no matter what, as opposed to Peter, which is about to get exponentially longer once Premier Access get let in. Change of plans, because I saw how busy Pinocchio was and it was sort of a full queue. I think we'll head to Big Thunder Mountain before the crowds get in, because that's also on Premier Access, so it's hard to get on during the day, even though of course if you saw the vlog yesterday I got 4 night rides on it. Yeah, I think we'll go for Thunder Mountain, because then we can stay ahead of those premier accesses and then maybe go to Pinocchio afterwards. Because as I said, that queue always moves at the same speed no matter what time of day you go. So there's never really a huge rush to get on it. As I said, whether this ride, Thunder Mountain, coming up through this Frontierland gate, will become one of the bigger queues in the park once they let in Fast Pass, and they do let in a lot of Fast Pass. I mean, that's quite a way to enter a land, the way it's framed through that gate. Right, I'll probably take you on for a little POV on this one, considering last night were just nighttime POVs. You'll actually get to see what's going on in this one. Time to join the Big Thunder Mining Company. It's looking good for us to get on and then sneak to another ride as it opens or just before the crowds get in. Straight down to the station. These are the rows you want. 7 or 10 or 13 at the front of a carriage, so you get a nice view, no heads in your way.
Now, hang on to them hats and glasses, because this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness.
Now we're going into the mine and under the lake. Big old geyser over there on the right just then. Ah, the water splash isn't working yet. That was on, functioning well last night. Some ahead time here! Woohoo! I think we better get out of that mine ASAP. I'll see you on the other side. It's still on 5 minutes as the crowds are only just beginning to make their way down Main Street. There we go. It's 9:45, so the park's been open for the GP for 15 minutes now. But yeah, they're still trying to make their way through the turnstiles and down Main Street, so it's still quite quiet here. So going to go for another lap. I won't take you on this time. I'll speak to you afterwards. That ride is frighteningly fun. Spookily fun. I just got row number 13, and lucky for some, not on that ride. 13 is the first row of the back carriage, so you're at the front, no heads in your way, but you get just thrown out of your seat going over some of the hills. I will say though, with that ride, as I've got older, I realised it's not all about the back. You can have just as much fun in the front. When I was a kid, I used to always ask, can I go to the back please? But now, put me in any seat, you'll have a good time. Because if you're in the front, you're going to get really forced into your chair as you go up the little hills. It's such a great ride. And I said it's a slightly different experience wherever you sit on that one, the different forces you get. So re-rideable and just wow. It's 10 o'clock, so the crowds might be here relatively soon, but for now, this looks like it's a walk-on still, so I guess dreams really do come true at Paris's version of the Magic Kingdom, Disneyland Park. Nay oui. Yeah, it looks like people are going straight up to the pre-show. Brilliant. Cast member at the gate just said bonsoir rather than good morning, rather than bonjour. Bonsoir meaning good evening. He clearly needs to set his alarm a bit better. He's all over the place. No, I jest. It was on brand. It was theming. Obviously, with us going to this evening wedding of Melanie's. This is the first time I've done this ride during the day, during this trip, and you really do get great views of Thunder Mountain. I mean, it's great views whenever, because obviously it has a great lighting package on Thunder Mountain as well. But yeah, during the day you can really take in its wonder from this little perch up on Boot Hill, the name of the hillside the manor's on. Straight in. Thank you.
Doorless chambers. Lorsque d'étranges et d'inquiétants bruits se font entendre tout autour.
It appears everyone is doomed at Phantom Manor. Even you?
Melanie, my one true love. Watch out behind you, Melanie, it's the Phantom. There's Big Thunder Mountain in the distance. Up there is the Manor. I doubt the camera's picking up very well. So we've gone into Thunder Mesa itself and we're now heading back up to the Manor to deboard. And here is the man himself. The Phantom. So when you exit out of Phantom Manor, you can take a left and head to Boot Hill, which is the name of the hill that the manor is built upon, and also the Ravenswood, the family from Phantom Manor, their cemetery is here as well. And they've got all sorts of puns on them as well. Cold is my bed, but oh I love it, for colder are my friends above it. Oh dear. Sounds like someone's a pick-me. You've also got just over here these geysers, which you can see from Big Thunder Mountain. So the train usually runs around the perimeter. I mean, it still is, but it's behind all these boards because they're doing work on the rivers itself with the the Molly Brown, I always get that wrong, closed at the moment. It's the Mark Twain at Disneyland, not here. Here it's the Molly Brown, name of the boat. And I love the narration on there. It kind of also explains the Thunder Mesa story a little more as well, which I love. So it's a shame we're not on the rivers today, but we'll be back. Now I've got the annual pass, so it will open at some point this next year. And here are the actual coffins of the Ravenswood. Henry Ravenswood, who is the Phantom himself, the father of Melanie, and that's his wife Martha. Both died in 1860. Which was the year that the earthquakes from the mines of Big Thunder Mountain hit Thunder Mesa. And they both passed away in the accident. Well, in the natural disaster. Which also has spiritual undertones to do with native Indians as well. But if you want a full breakdown of the story, there's lots of great videos on YouTube and stuff like that. So I highly recommend digging deeper into the story of Thunder Mesa. I won't be able to do it justice the way people with better research can. Although I will say the story itself is still sort of shrouded in mystery a little bit because there were sort of slight story changes and you kind of slowly piece together more as there was a refurb a few years ago which sort of expanded on the story of Melanie and the Phantom being her father. But yeah, look at YouTube videos where they piece it all together. Da 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 da. Love BTM. So crossing the Frontierland pathway into the Adventureland pathway. Gonna have a ride on Pirates, I think, and then maybe get a savoury snack, I'm sort of feeling. It is eerily quiet around here at the moment, with Indiana Jones still being down for refurb this trip. Usually you can hear the click 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 of a Intamin in the distance. Intamin being the name of the roller coaster manufacturer, by the way. Although, as many of you may know, it actually follows the layout of a standard Pinfari, which is one of the worst roller coaster manufacturers. Which is why the layout's never been the best on Indy. It's okay. As I said in day one, I've actually become a bit of a convert to that ride after doing it in Tokyo. And it was very comfortable with the restraints they had there, extra padding and all the effects working. But yeah, we'll see how it's riding after the refurb. When I next come, hopefully it will be back open. That's got to put you in the mood, hearing that Pirates of the Caribbean music as you approach the ride. Let's see if we can find some treasure today. I didn't film Pirates just then because I filmed it in the other two vlogs from days 1 and 2, and also there was a nice couple sat next to me who were enjoying it, so I thought I won't have my little viewfinder distracting them. So it was a nice atmospheric ride on Pirates of the Caribbean. For the sake of clarity, I meant they were nice couples and actually nice because I was talking to them in the queue line for a little bit. Not as in I just thought they were a nice looking couple. Wow. Also, this Sword in the Stone just here is attracting quite a big queue these days. When I was a boy, I was sure it never had a queue quite like that. You just walk up, take the picture, try and pull it out. I don't know if this is because Instagram and getting the right shot is obviously a lot more prevalent now than it was back then, that you want to get the money shot so you can post it online, but yeah, definitely never used to have queues like that just to try and pull out the sword when I was a young wee boy. Anywho, we're using this little side pathway again from this morning because it was too busy in Fantasyland to do the Carousel Pinocchio, so we're going to get a snack from Adventureland. This is what's amazing about Disneyland, is the one in Paris in particular. There's always secret little pathways to find new shortcuts, especially in Paris. God, I don't think I've ever seen this before. Huh. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. This must be at least my 100th time in the park. And you still find new stuff every now and again. Looks like we will not be getting a savoury snack from Café de la Brousse. I wanted to sit on these benches, like I said in yesterday's vlog. Wanted to sit on them, but they were taken. Today it's not open yet. What's the time? 5 to 11. It'll probably open at 11. So I could hang around or maybe find somewhere else to have a snack. Just for the sake of clarity, that's the main exit to Frontierland, but this is that side path I was talking about yesterday that kind of acts as a little shortcut onto Main Street when the fireworks are going at the end of the day. Say you do your night rides on Big Thunder Mountain, then you just need to head down here, Main Street USA coming up. And if you do that, you'll circumvent the huge pile-up which you get in that main exit when the fireworks are going off. And then from here, you can go down this arcade, which is what I did yesterday. And then you can take that arcade all the way to the top of Main Street to see the fireworks without the crowds. Anyway, gonna pick up a snack on Main Street. I think I'm gonna head to the Market House Delicatessen. That is definitely not how you pronounce it. And have a Croque Monsieur, I think. I've always seen these online and wanted to try them, but never have. So the Market House Deli is actually across the street on the Discoveryland arcade side. Here it is, Market House Delicatessen. It's like a buffeteria style here. You've got the Croque Monsieur dinde and hamon, hamon being ham and dinde being turkey. So, I just got this Croque Monsieur, which was €10. Turned out that with discount it was $8.50, so you could get discount in there, which I didn't expect, as I wouldn't call that a restaurant. I now wonder if I could have got discount this morning from the cable car bake shop or not. I'll have to find out some other time. There's a nice outside seating area, all covered, but there's also seating inside, but it was quite busy in there. When I first opened it up, it didn't look very appealing, but I gotta say, this is delicious. The rumours are true about this one. The cheese is great, the ham's nice, and it's pretty big. It's a hefty sandwich. I would say, with the annual pass discount, just about a fair price, because that would be 7 GBP, I reckon. €8.50 with the annual pass discount. I don't know if €10 is a fair price, but it is good. I gotta say that. So after that super yummy meal, I'm not sure what I want to do next. I might park hop, I think. Head to the studios and see what's going on over there. Now we're this end of the park anyway, so we're not too far from the entrance to head out and head into studios. I will be doing a proper tour of all the shops on Main Street at some point in the near future, be it in today's vlog, tomorrow or Fridays, and see what merch is popping. Same goes for Disney Village. That's weird. You usually exit through those gates, but oh, train. You usually exit out those gates, the ones we came in for early magic time, but doesn't seem to be the case. Oh, looks like people are exiting straight ahead. Oh, there you go. Huge sign. Well done, Max. Good job with the reading. Dun, 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 dun. I'm feeling like a ride on Ratatouille now, with this music pumping. I do really like what they've done with this place. I know I've said it in day 1 and 2 as well, but it's kept that Studio One charm, but just made it feel a lot more classy in here. The kind of place you'd want to take a bit of a break out in the middle of the day to just sit and chill in. I still need to do this Frozen show. I was here the year it opened, a few years ago, I think 3 years ago, and I remember it being just as bad, where people would wait for the next show even though it's an hour and 45 away, because the one that they could have got was fully booked, but they're willing to just wait for it. Incredible stuff. Yeah, I thought it would have died in popularity a little bit over the last 3 years, but clearly not. I mean, blimey, the queue goes all the way back here. That's quite away from the entrance to the show. A lot of them won't be getting into that 12 o'clock show. They'll be waiting until 12:45, so an hour and 15 minutes away. It is a good show though, from what I remember. So as I said, I think the strategy will have to be we'll go there straight away on a Studios early magic time. We'll get there ready for 9:30 when the park opens. Let's see if Old Reliable is 5 or 10 minutes. Ratatouille single rider. It's what you want to be doing when the park's busy in the middle of the day like this. Make sure you get on a ride for free, basically, without a queue. 45-minute main queue, 5 minutes single rider. Alright.
Les invités pour le dîner.
Yes, but here. Hein? On n'aurait pas idée à Coco vin? Non. A simple omelet? Too simple. Vous serez toujours les bienvenus bientôt et bon appétit. Et Mino.
I think Ratatouille is actually riding the best it's done in years. I really got the heat that time when we were in the oven section. The water spray was good when we get swished by the mop. The bread was smelling amazing, the kitchen smells in the final scene. And what was the other thing? Oh, I like the fact it's 2D. I'm really actually a fan of that now. That you can actually then see the sets more. You can take in what practical props there are without kind of being darkened, your vision being darkened by the 3D goggles. And yeah, only a 5-minute queue because of single riders. It's just like Test Track or Radiator Springs Races at California Adventure, because it's rows of 2 rows of 3. If you get a family of 4, that means 2 single riders, because they'll put 2 in the front, 2 in the back. So you fly around that single rider queue. Don't be put off if the single rider queue looks big when you get in there, it will keep moving. Also, to clarify, it's not like Test Track or Radiator Springs Races. Don't expect one of those slot track, super zoomy fast rides. It's very much a tame, fun, dark ride. I just meant as in it's the same in the respect of having 2 rows of 3, so it's great for single riders. There's a cute little food truck here. Their signature food item is a Croque Monsieur with Lightning McQueen imprinted on it, but I've already had a Croque Monsieur today, otherwise I would have gone for that. That's going to be the Regal restaurant, the Regal View restaurant, Princess Dining, when Adventure Way opens. 20 minutes for a Cars road trip. As I said in my day 1 vlog, it's the type of ride you can come to when the rest of the park is busy and you'll get on pretty quickly. It's a big people eater. That doesn't even look like 20 to me, to be honest with you. That looks like 1 vehicle rotation at most, maybe 2. Well, 1 for them all to get on, and then I'd be on the second one, I mean. In the far off distance there, that little thing is the lift hill for the Lion King ride, I think. They're test building it at the moment. It's quite bizarre. I don't really know why they're doing that. I presume it's so they can see how the ride functions in theory before they then build it in the actual show building, which will actually be over that way.
Intérieur du train. Merci. Au revoir,
J'espère que vous appréciez mon hommage à la ville phare. Avec ma tour à fioul, c'est un petit bout.
It ended up being about 20 minutes to get on Cars road trip there because it was only on 1 tram, which is okay. Not the end of the world. But as I predicted, there was 1 cycle which went through, and then I was on the next one, but it ended up just being 20 minutes because of the loading process and then the actual ride length. But yeah, still good fun. As I've said yesterday on day 1, I like that ride. I like the fact that you can just get on something in the peak of the day in studios in a park that always could do with a bit more capacity. Thank heavens that it's getting the investment it needs. But yeah, also, as I said the other day, if you're sitting on the right hand side, not much going on that one, because Catastrophe Canyon's on the left. It's a dinosaur, Rex! Catastrophe Canyon's on the left, and so is the bigger lug nut, which has Lightning McQueen at the start of the ride. So if you sit on the right, you're kind of like, well, that was okay, I guess. Really, they just need 1 more thing for the people on the right to enjoy. As I said, Just put one of those scenes like the Ghost Garage, which they advertise on one of the posters as a little kind of cool dark ride section. Similar to what they do on the tram tour at Universal Studios Hollywood, when you go into like a King Kong section or something. Oh, let's have a look at this. Here's the Jessie statue, which is going to be on the new pathway leading to Adventure Bay from... She must have been there yesterday, but this is the first time I've noticed her. There she is, the same one which is in Florida's Toy Story Playland. Well, it's not Playland now, it's just Toy Story Land, I think. God, the Toy Soldier's parachute drop has a 60-minute main queue and a 30-minute single rider. People really want those shots of the Adventure Way construction. Dearie me. I would do it to get you the view, but I already had the best seat in the house on my day one vlog. Not parachute soldiers, Green Army men. Salut! Well, that was cool. I said salut, which means hi, but I surely meant salute. Is that the same thing in French? I don't know. That was quite cool though, wasn't it? He just sort of threw his binoculars at me. It looked like I just watched that footage back. It kind of looked like I threw myself at him, but he kind of threw himself at me, and we just kind of had a moment. That was quite special, wasn't it? Also, what you didn't see on the camera is I did salute back when he saluted me when I said salute. Still don't know why I said salute, but salute I think also can mean like, it's like ciao, isn't it? Like you can say it to say goodbye, I think as well. I'm not too sure. I always think I need to get back and do more French because it was a language I loved. I wanted to do French for GCSE when I was younger because I always dreamed of coming to work out here for a while. And I wish I'd sort of continued it a bit more, but never too late. There's always Duolingo. Download it and get that bird attacking you every day saying you haven't done your, continued your streak today. Yeah, sorry, as I was saying, parachute drop on the day one vlog. No, day two vlog yesterday, it was in the morning. I got incredible views of the new construction going on for the Adventure Bay Way, World of Frozen, all that stuff, so go watch that one if you haven't already, if you want to see that. I would get back on it now, but as I said, I'm not going to get as good a view as I had yesterday. Best seat in the house. I think we're going to do Stitch Live as the next show is at 12:50, which is in 15 minutes, and it's the English version. French is on the right hand side, so they alternate which one it is, if it's English or French. I'm just sat down on the side here. I'm in no rush. I don't need to be in the front row, so Stitch will talk to me.
Prepare for an incoming video link from the Grand Councilwoman.
As he was the result of an illegal genetic experiment, he was to be sentenced to exile on a desert asteroid. But he escaped from the Galactic Federation and ended up on your planet quite by accident.
Perfect! Oh, wow!
So I just did Stitch Live. You're not allowed to film in there. But basically what it is it's Stitch appears on a screen in front of you and he talks to members of the audience and interacts with them. It's always quite good fun. Some runs are better than others depending on if the kids are funny or the adults are funny that Stitch talks to. That one wasn't the greatest going, but was still pretty good. Had a nice time. Also realised, looked it up while I was waiting for the show to start. Salut does mean hi and bye. I wasn't imagining that. My French is better than I thought, so I didn't embarrass myself in front of that army soldier. Also, just a little hint with that Stitch Live. When you saw those screens in the pre-show, which I filmed from the benches on the side, there's actually doors on the left-hand side of those screens and the right. Everyone goes to the right because they naturally come into the building and head to that door. But if you want to, you can go to the left door and get in a little quicker. There's a little, well, quicker depending on if you're in the middle or the back, if you see what I mean. So you can sneak out that way to try and get in before the crowds go through the right door. I've got about 25 minutes until the next showing of Together, a Pixar musical. But I think I'll give it a miss for now. We'll try it again on one of the other days. I did see it on day one's vlog, but wouldn't mind seeing it again as it is a new show for me. I think we're going to try the two attractions in this area now. Do them in single rider. as it's peak of the day, so I presume they'll have quite big queues. Web Swingers has a 20-minute single rider queue, so I think I'm going to avoid that for now. I think its queue is a little bigger than what you'll find on Ratatouille for single rider, because the rows are rows of 4, so you're more likely to have a family of 4 taking up all 4 seats, as opposed to Ratatouille where a family of 4 will get separated across 2 rows of 3, giving 2 single rider spots. Let's see how Avengers Assemble's single rider queue looks. It says 15-minute for main queue, 5-minute for single riders. Tell you what, you actually get quite a good view of the Quinjet from this single rider queue line. Wow.
Inside the vehicle, and since your children bravely decided to join you in the frigid, oxygen-less vacuum of space, please supervise them.
So I just had a good ride on Avengers Assemble Flight Force. What's going on? I'm a little bit confused because I thought I didn't like that ride that much before I came here, but actually I've had a renaissance. I'm back loving the Vekoma launch coaster that resides in this building. I do think the screens are still a little too square in spaces. I think spaces. I think that's the biggest issue. When it's a square or an oblong screen, rectangle, it's very obvious that it is a screen because of the outlines. In some sections they've got projections where it's more sort of oval shaped and faded at the edges. Those projections look okay. And in general, the actual star clothy effect, well, it's not a star cloth I don't think, but the little twinkling lights they've got all around the building work well as well. But yeah, it's just these sort of square oblong screens that let it down. If it wasn't for that, then I think it would actually be really good. Love that launch. That launch never gets old. And as you get to the end of the launch, this beam of light follows you. And it's a really good effect before you go into the first 2 inversions. I liked it so much, I think I'm going to go for single rider again. Yeah, that single rider queue works well. It's just a shame you don't get to see the pre-show, because I do like that Iron Man animatronic. So to start with a positive from that second ride, I was in the back row and I'd not seen before that when you do the 2 loops at the start, there's a big glow projected on the just below you, obviously implying that you've now left Earth as you've shot off one of Iron Man's, let's guess, vehicles, transit vehicles. But unfortunately I must report that the onboard audio is not working. That's why yesterday I was saying, or 2 days ago, whenever it was, I was saying, oh, I don't know, I feel like it's not the same as Rock and Roller Coaster where it used to pump. That's because I must have been on a train with the onboard audio, or in seats where the onboard audio wasn't working the other day, and I just had the same again. After doing back-to-back rides, one with the onboard audio, one without, that is a drastically different experience. And it's a lot better with than without, I'll tell you that for free, so get it working all the time, that's what I say. Consistency is key. This guy better watch out for my foot, because I don't like ants much. It's a joke. I wouldn't hurt an ant on purpose. Okay, so back on this back end where eventually it will line up with Adventure Bay and Way, you got a food truck and then you got the Super Diner. Apparently they do shawarma here, like in the movies at the end of Avengers Assemble, so I think I'm going to try this. I also think it's smart how it was placed at the back of the land to look like it could be on the New York skyline. Obviously the Hollywood Tower Hotel is set in Hollywood, hence the name, but still. Shawarma, €11. Let's see if it's any good. Well, that looks pretty bloody yummy. So the reviews are in, and that was really good. I didn't know you could. It was a proper. Well, I know it's called Super Diner, but I didn't know I'd be sat there on a stool I got to the door and it said, please wait to be seated. Someone got me, said come here, took me to the stool. So I watched them make my shawarma. It was very quick. It was 11 euros without the discount, and then with the 15% off it was €9.35, I want to say. Let me double check. For some reason my Apple Pay isn't showing me, but I've looked it up online. Supposedly that would be €9.35. As in 15% off of the 11, but I don't know if it was 11 or 12 or 10, I've now forgotten. But whatever it was, around that ballpark, I think that was actually worth it. It was nice to just have some vegetables, because it had red onions in there, lettuce, tomato, the meat was good, hearty, it was warm. Kate, like I said, she made it right in front of me. I would eat there again. And actually, yeah, even you could go in there just as an afternoon snack or something, just like a hot, nice, savoury snack to make you feel less greasy when you don't want to be having fries every time you have a snack or something. That was really nice, and I said just a cool experience. The music in there as well is very reminiscent of what you'd hear in Guardians of the Galaxy, kind of hooked on a feeling, those kind of songs were playing basically, so that was cool as well. Yeah, would recommend. I'm giving Web Slingers Single Rider a go. Oh, I think this is literally the station. Wow, so you're that close to it, but as I said, you don't get the pre-show.
I'm Sharon, the artificial intelligence that keeps this place running smoothly. Thanks to funding from Tony Stark, the brilliant young...
Mais si vous êtes là, c'est pour nous aider à tester le nouveau véhicule Singer. Grâce à son processeur, vous lancerez vos propres toiles d'araignée.
J'active les protocoles de niveau 2.
Salut, qu'est-ce qui se passe? Vous avez un problème d'arachide? Je vais vous aider.
Te voilà, super. Cette journée porte ouverte est devenue une mission à haut risque.
So that was very interesting in Single Rider. I got that completely wrong when I last spoke, saying that we were going straight into the station. You go to the merge point just before the pre-show. They can only let you into the left-hand side pre-show building. So pre-show, well, there's two rooms. They can only let you into the left-hand side one. They have a dedicated Single Rider line behind a metal fence. There's a metal fence on the left-hand side of the room. All the Single Riders step on the, well, keep to the left-hand side, you're put through a separate door, while the rest of the riders are in the centre of the room and the right of the room. That means that the Single Riders can still enjoy that pre-show without then merging into the main group, and then people could lie and go in as Single Riders, but then when they come out, you know, pretend like they were full groups to begin with. I'm really glad they've done that. That then is a great... Spider-Man! We just saved Avengers Campus together. Do you not remember me? But yeah, I think that's really great, because then there's no reason now I would need to do the main queue. You know, if Single Rider looks small, I still get the pre-show anyway, which I do like. The more I see that pre-show, the more I think that's a cool pre-show. I think the projection of Tom Holland's done really well. It's kind of seamless, it doesn't look like a screen at all. Yeah, really good. And yeah, as I said, this trip, Spider-Man's really growing on me. I think it's actually a lot of fun. I think there is quite a bit of skill to it. I just hate gamey, sort of like Ninjago at Legoland, where I don't think there's any skill, you just do that as fast as possible. With that one, it feels like you can actually get good at it by, you know, hitting panels and swinging them, or aiming for the obvious ones which are worth more points. And the game system itself is very responsive at knowing exactly where you're pointing it, except as I said, when you shoot upwards it's a little iffy. But in general, it's pretty good, so Spider-Man is becoming a bit of a new favourite of mine. This mural for Mickey and the Magician looks really great as well. I don't know if that's brand new, am I going mad? Has that only been put up on the last few days? Because it feels like the other day there was tarpaulin. I might be imagining that. Maybe I was in such a rush to ride the flying carpets over there that I didn't take it in properly, but yeah, I really like that mural on the top. Looks good. called it earlier in the video, if I did parachute drop again, I wouldn't get a view as good as I did the first time when I did it the other day. Although still a nice view, you can see Thunder Mountain in the in the distance that side and get a nice view of the facades of Ratatouille's area. And on the right, Mickey and the Magician and Crush Coaster. Going on Rats again. And then I'm going to head over to the other park, I think. I think I owe Ratatouille an apology. I think in yesterday's vlog I said that the cars need some more movement on them to actually feel like they're moving in front of the screens. I think I must have just had a dud car on my first ride or so of this trip, because that one felt a lot more dun, 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 dun. I mean, it doesn't make crazy movements, nothing that would make someone who feels motion sickness feel ill, but just enough. I think it could do still a little more, to be honest with you, tone it up a little bit, just to make me really feel like I'm ducking and weaving through the kitchen. But yeah, in general, that was much better that I didn't have a dud card. The other day it was just like completely static as you're going through the screens. I was like, this isn't great. But yeah, Rats is currently riding better than it has in ages. It's smells are good, heat effects working, water effects working, riding well. Gonna head out of the studios, head over to the main park, maybe pick up some sort of sweet treat and have a sit down, or savoury treat, We'll see how we go. So we made it into Disneyland Park. We're going down the Liberty Arcade on the left, heading towards Frontierland, getting out of the rain. I think we're going to go to, I think it's called the Last Chance Cafe, and maybe try the turkey leg. I've never had it before, so let's give that a go perhaps. It's such a pleasant little walkway. These arcades, the Liberty Arcade and the Discovery Arcade on the other side of Main Street. And great when you want to do shopping and it's raining outside. You can just use this to get to all the shops. I thought I'd try this place because at least then I'll be undercover for a snack. That turkey leg from the Last Chance Cafe was quite something. Vegetarians look away now sort of situation there. That was incredibly dense meat. Very nice actually. And just a nice flavouring of barbecue as opposed to it overpowering the meat or anything. But it definitely made the food a bit more flavourful as opposed to it being just a bland old bit of turkey. But definitely would recommend that. It was €9 and then I got my 15% off in there, so €7.35 I think it came to. Apologies, it was €7.65. My bad. Okay, so in this Arabian themed area, well, mini area within Adventureland, you've got a restaurant, a buffet Agrabah restaurant, which is themed to Aladdin, hence Agrabah. And then on the right hand side, you've got a little Aladdin walkthrough that tells the tale of the film, Le Passage Enchanté Aladdin. So let's go in here, shall we?
Si la gente bajaba, lo que pasa es que luego no salía.
I do not know what's going on in there at the moment, but it was a completely chock-a-block standstill. You couldn't move an inch. It was, I guess, very popular because of the rain. Here's another secret pathway. All these interconnected paths that will take you back towards Frontierland. That would take you back towards Main Street. But again, these are great to know and use when trying to navigate around Main Street at busier times, like near fireworks or parades. If you're trying to get to one of these lands while avoiding the central plaza area, there's the castle. Yeah, during entertainment peaks. Right, I'm actually going to go back on this path and head towards Fantasyland. I told a lie, that's where I just was. Instead of going towards Main Street, I'm coming back this way because there's a new statue maquette of Pua and Hei Hei from Moana. This used to be Car from the Jungle Book, and I've forgotten who the other character was. But now we have this little piggy and this little hen. Is it a hen? Cockerel? Something. And then Maui's hook. Then around here you can usually have a meet and greet with Baloo or someone like that, just in that little spot. Right, let me follow this round and head back towards Fantasyland in general. Might stop off in the Adventureland shop, which was opposite the Agrabah Aladdin walkthrough I just did. La Giraffe, curious. Got a lot of Lion King merchandise here. Very warm in here. Nice to get out the cold. That was almost entirely Lion King merchandise in there. Didn't see anything that appealed to me that much. Now I'm going to go back on the plaza and then head to Fantasyland. Although actually maybe I'll take the little shortcut. Yeah, I'll take the little shortcut through this little pathway. Side pathway around the back. Oh, maybe we'll stop in on the dragon. Yeah, let's beat the rain and drop in on the dragon. It's the only Disney castle to have a dragon lurking underneath its battlements. Just down there. Just on this side, in that little hole here. Do we need the screaming? Maybe we do need the screaming. Great animatronic. Not only does his face and neck move, but his wings slightly spasm, as well as his tail every now and again down here. You go up this staircase, it heads to a shop inside the castle. Quite a few people in here, very loud. It's not exactly the atmospheric walk you're meant to have up to the dragon. Yeah. Very loud. I've never heard it. It was like a playground in there. It's not really meant to be a playground, that one. It's more meant to be a quiet walkthrough. If you want a playground, head to Frontierland. That's where they've got one. Or you can always try running around the caves in Adventureland, I guess, the Pirates of the Caribbean one. Anyway, this is the other entrance, as seen by the sign, or exit, depending on which way you come through. Right underneath the castle. Okay, here we go again. I feel like every time I come into Fantasyland during the day, I say I'm going to do a ride, then don't do a ride because I get put off by the queues. Let's see if now is the time I finally get on Pinocchio. My money's probably on no, But I could also try the carousel. Maybe see if Le Pays de Conte de Fées has all its boats back on after yesterday. Half of them had tarpaulin over them. It's not looking good already. Snow White's external. And if not, maybe Small World, because at least then I'll get on something quite quickly and be able to sit down in a warm show building. Right, Pinocchio's external, what a shock. So I'm going to go for Small World, and I think while the parade's on today, which is in about an hour or so, I'm going to do Pinocchio, because usually the Fantasyland crowds gather by Small World to watch that when that comes on down, so I'll make the most of the crowds moving in that direction, considering I saw it yesterday. But I would like to see the parade another day, because as I said, I'd like to see the movers on the floor. So I was at a position yesterday where I could only see the floats. Goodness, it's looking particularly quiet. Wow. Always go left, guys, always go left. Straight on. I wonder if they're having some sort of water pump problem today. These fountains were going very high yesterday, and the ones on Big Thunder Mountain this morning weren't working either, so not too sure what's going on with that. All together now, it's a world of laughter, a world of tears. Okay, that's enough of that. I apologise, don't worry, give it 2 seconds and you're back to the magic. You've got the March Hare refreshments here. Then in the middle you've got another Alice in Wonderland themed little shop. On the right hand side you've got Alice's Curious Labyrinth. Then the English theme continues because you've got Toad Hall, and then next to that Peter Pan. So this backstrip is kind of the whimsical England version of Fantasyland, or the England Miniland. And then you've also got Mad Hatter's Teacups when that's open. Also obviously Alice in Wonderland, so continuing the English theme of this little mini land within the land itself, which I enjoy, that kind of stuff. La Petite Maison des Jouets, is that the small house of gifts? Forgive me if I've got that wrong, I might have got Jouet wrong, I think the rest was right. Anyway, I thought I'd say that because I want us to now take on the Curious Labyrinth. Let's see if we can make it out without losing our heads. Going down the rabbit hole. Up, down, this way, that way, which way? Under watch, yonder, where? Wait, what did that say? Over? Go back, that one said. I will not be going through that tiny door. Found the Cheshire Cat. A-E-I-O-U. It's amazing that that film got made. Would Disney make a film with a shisha smoking caterpillar today? I think not. Do-do-do. It's not this way, that's for sure. Oh, no, it was, I think. Who knows? So you can head out that way or head into the Queen of Hearts. Not for the faint of heart. Let's see if she's hanging around somewhere around here.
Venez un peu par ici, hein? Qu'on vous tranche la tête.
C'est pas fait! On leur coupe la tête!
I think she's broken. She's meant to pop out of there usually, the Queen. Hey, it was there she was meant to pop out. But I think she's broken there as well. Maybe she's meant to pop out in both places. I can't really remember. It's been a while since I've walked through here. I think the reason they let you try and exit before you enter the Queen of Hearts bit is this does actually feel like a proper maze, this section. Like you could genuinely get lost, like those kids. So maybe it's more like, well, if you want to just see a nice little walk through with Cheshire Cat and the Caterpillar, etc., then do the first bit. If you actually want a proper maze, keep going. And you'll eventually make it to the castle, which we have done. I don't really understand why so many people were walking back past me when I was in that first maze section. I mean, it's not that hard, even though I said it is more of a conventional maze, the second bit. But the fact people were walking past me, I think, means they left the castle and thought you then had to walk back on yourself. There's clearly a little label saying sortie, and then it takes you straight to here. And out you go. So, I don't know. I guess people are in a rush to escape the Queen. Anywho, it's safe to say it's still raining, if you hadn't guessed. It's been raining pretty hard all day. From on top of the castle, I just saw that Casey Jr.'s on 2 trains today. So I think I'm going to give this a go, as it's going to move a lot quicker than it did yesterday. Le Pays de Conte de Fées is completely down. I think all the boats must just be filled with water after all this rain we're having, so maybe they've just given up on it for now. I'm glad I got it done on day 1. Oh, here we go. Train's just pulled in and it's got loads of empty rows. Casey Jr.'s coming down the track, coming down the track. Must be the only Mack-powered coaster in the world that can run 2 trains. I believe it's Mack. I might be wrong, Mack being the manufacturer of the roller coaster. Most of these mine trains only ever have 1. Woohoo! I think he purposely gave me a covered one. He's put everyone in a covered one because it's boring it down. Down the track with the smoke is back. Time for lemonade and cracker jack. Casey Jr.'s back. Casey Jr.'s back. Such a childhood classic. I love this ride. Okay, so the parade's about to start in 10 minutes. You can tell because Peter Pan's looking a little quieter here. It's advertising a 40-minute queue. And that seems fair if they can process all those guests before the parade ends. If the parade ends before they all get through, then they'd be in trouble, because then all the premier accesses come at one time. Because all the premier accesses who have hold on to their pass during the parade redeem it straight away. And then those guys are going to be in for a world of hurt. So still a bit of a risk joining that queue right now, unfortunately. So instead we're going to try, say it with me, Pinocchio for the millionth time. But I think it should go our way this time, because I think people will be waiting for the parade. And we'll also try and do the carousel while the parade's going on. Pinocchio's has not gone down. I've been watching the Pinocchio queue the whole time I've been here. I think because it's raining, maybe people don't want to watch the parade, they just want to be in Pinocchio, so that's fair enough. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs went down though, so why is Pinocchio so popular? It's only marginally better maybe than Snow White. Right, it's just about in the door, so I'm going to go for it. It's the shortest we're going to see it, I think. The parade would have just ended at the front of the park. It says 15, if it is or not, we'll find out. Well, at the very least, I did get in that queue at the right time, as it is massive out there now. I queued about from the door, waited half an hour, and as you could see in the footage, there was some cattle pen not in use. I'll be honest with you, it was amateur hour down at Pinocchio today. The batcher was not bothering to call for any twos. It was like I was back in the UK. And some twos even said like, oh, we're a two, and he was like, oh, just stay there. Why? I don't know what was going on. And then, yeah, there was a lot of guests coming in from the ride access pass queue line, or whatever it's called here, for guests with disability, which is fine, but then obviously that slowed down our operation as well. And then they weren't communicating, so say a 4 comes on from ride access pass, or I said the disabled queue line, whatever it's called, why then don't you have a 2 ready when it's coming through from the offload platform into the onload? get a 2 ready from the main queue line so that they can jump in the back, right? That would make sense to me. As a novice, oh I'm kidding, I'm no novice. I did my 5 years at Chesington and I rocked it. Yeah, so it wasn't the best, but I guess you could tell the ride attendant wasn't the brightest button considering he had sunglasses on top of his head. Who's going to tell him it's been raining all day? Apologies. There I was, slamming that guy for the bad batching at Pinocchio. That feels like a lifetime ago. My friend Paola just called, the one who lives in Paris, to say work overran. So we're unable to go to dinner. But then we ended up chatting on the phone for like an hour and a half just now. So it's now 7:30. I think I'm gonna get some food. Get some dinner. Not from Hakuna Matata right next to me because that closes at 6. So I need to work out where's open. I think most of the actual restaurants close at 8, so I actually need to be quite quick because I've only got half an hour to get some food. Yeah, I don't think there's many restaurants left open till 8, but I'll try and find one of them and sneak in. I also said to Paola on the phone, I said, I mentioned last night at the end of day two's vlog that I'd be going for dinner with you in Disney Village, and the fact you haven't shown up will mean everyone will think I made you up. And the fact I'm now saying this to the vlog makes it seem like a more elaborate lie. I swear she exists. We've been friends for a decade. But I said it's no stress because now I've got the annual pass holder. Now I'm an annual pass holder, I should say. I will be back lots and lots this year, so I said there'll be plenty of opportunities to come out another time for dinner. So I've had a think about what I want for dinner. We could go to Videopolis and eat in that Discoveryland restaurant. That could be quite cozy to end the day. However, I really want to try the re-theme of the restaurant in Frontierland to Coco. So I think I'm going to go for that today, and we'll go to Videopolis another day. Yeah, but although it would be cozy to be in there right now, and then we could go up for Autopia. I think that would be the plan anyway. We'll try and do Autopia tonight, and maybe see the fireworks, depending on, well, we'll definitely catch the end of the fireworks at least, but if there's no rain and the drones come out, then we'll watch the entirety of the fireworks. If it looks like it's still raining, then I might not see the whole thing. I might prioritise riding, because I've already seen it twice. Really, I just want to see those drones. Get those drones up. This feels like it's going to be nice and thematic with the Day of the Dead decorations they've got at the moment. Eating at Casa de Coco as the night begins to draw in here at Disneyland Park. Let's say hi to Miguel before we go in. We'll take a sharp left here. Dimple? No dimple. Dimple? No dimple. Casa de Coco, Restaurant de Familia. They got Coco's family shoes, all the cobbler shoes, and portraits of them up on the wall. Anyway, the food, got my burrito, ziggy fries, this little cake, and the Coke for 22 euros, with the discount was 18.70. So I think that will be okay pricing. With a heavy heart, I've got to say the burrito wasn't up to much. I'm sorry, but the vibes in there were great. Coco music playing, bright, lively. It's pretty busy in there as well at the moment, despite the fact it's 8 o'clock. I suppose because it's one of the only restaurants left open, but I came at a good time at about 7:45. I managed to get my food in about 5 to 10 minutes. the queue then got about triple the length. It's probably gone up to a 25-minute queue now for food. So yeah, everyone wants a burrito, but it was okay. It was fine. It wasn't distasteful or anything. It just didn't set my taste buds on fire. I mean, there was a little bit of spice from the cilantro. The meat was kind of, the beef was, I don't know, just kind of pasty. It wasn't much actual substance to it, and it all kind of just blended together to make me go, yeah, that's fine. It was fine. The ziggy fries, sorry, I'm a bit blurry there. The ziggy fries were fine as well, but that's what, it's just a fine meal. The Disney Coke's always good. And then but the cake was actually super yummy, really flavorful, kind of light and wispy, but with like yeah, nice kind of fruity flavor underneath it. And then it had a little white chocolate piece, which was the strings of the guitar. That was yummy. So yeah, I would eat there again in a pinch, but I think there are places I'd prefer to be. But like the chips, for example, I prefer the ones I got at Toadie's, the thick cut ones, which you can also get at the Lucky Nugget. So we will go there tomorrow, I think, perhaps. Anyway, I'm going to now try and get past the crowds on Main Street to get to Discoveryland, because I won't be able to go through Fantasyland, because Fantasyland closes at 8 for the fireworks at 9, as Fantasyland is actually where they launch the fireworks, just on top of the buildings near the castle, so they close it early to prepare for the show. So we're going to get past the crowds and do some rides in Discoveryland. We're also going to get to see Space Mountain's lighting package at night. Oh, sorry. Kid, I'm saying sorry. You're the kid who, you just ran in front of me. I kid. I jest. Could just stop now and get a nice spot for fireworks. Kidding. I do not want to fight with the firework crowds again, like I did on night 1 and the day 1 vlog. I'll do some rides and then I'll head down Discovery Arcade just there, like I did in yesterday's vlog, except yesterday it was the Liberty Arcade. Get to the back of Main Street, see the projections on the buildings, the fireworks, and hopefully some drones if we're lucky. No rain out at the moment, but I don't know. For now at least, let's go in Discoveryland, see what we can get done. Hopefully Autopia, maybe Orbitron, and a ride on Space or Star Tours. We've got 55 minutes. Let's see what we can do. Discoveryland does look the part at night, doesn't it? Buzz is neon, the Orbitron zooming around, and Space Mountain in the background with its nice neon lighting as well. And here on the right, Autopia. Looks great. Wow. Haven't seen Space Mountain shoot up for a while. Might be closed. Oh no, it's just 5 minutes. Maybe it's just incredibly quiet, that's why it's not going. Should we do Space first maybe then? Let's see. Autopia says 20. There's a chance it might go down. It's only there instead of zooming around the big old circular cattle pen it can do. Let's do maybe Orbitron. Let's have a look at the Orbitron queue first, because this is the type of ride you don't want to queue for when it's busy in the middle of the day, but you could snipe when it's late at night. Orbitron said 20 as well. Let's go for a 5-minute ride on Space. Can't say no to that, can you? I mean, all the lands have their own distinct charm at night. Adventureland feels atmospheric and quite dangerous in a way, like you're an explorer in the wilderness at night, you know. Who knows what could be in any bush. Frontierland has that majesty of the lighting on Phantom and Big Thunder. And Discoveryland has all its great neons, just bringing it alive at night. It's weird to say considering it's an indoor coaster, but Space Mountain really is a night ride. Coming into the station when it's pitch black outside, and on the launch being able to see the rest of the park on the left hand side as you go up the hill, and the little open section of that launch. Yeah, getting to see it on the left hand side as you launch up, all lit up at night, always looks the part. That was a truly epic ride on Space Mountain. I'm falling back in love with that one as well. The lasers going, the onboard audio, even though I don't speak, well, I don't understand a lick of what's going on because it's all French audio on there. It sounds good, the Star Wars music feels good when you come out the station, turn the first corner, and when you come in on the brake run and you hear the dun-dun-dun-dun and da-da-da-da-da-da. Ah, it's epic. I think it just captures the feeling of being in a Star Wars dogfight so well. Lasers flying everywhere, some green laser missiles, some red ones, you know. TIE fighters zooming past, just all the Star Wars sounds. It's the sounds of Star Wars that you hear through the onboard audio, both the music and the actual effects, which just really bring that ride alive. There it goes. That's what I meant earlier. In that outdoor section, you can see, if you look to your left, you can see the rest of the park all lit up. That's why I think it's a night ride. And you see you've got these new light beams coming up at the top, the spotlights. And also, that little section, it gets some little twinkly lights as the train gets to the top of the lift hill at the moment, which is also pretty nifty to imply that it's just shot up into light speed. So Autopia is still looking a little big for my liking. And basically this always happens this time of night. They'll close one of the two loading platforms, which always slows down the operations because they want to start putting the cars to bed basically. Saves them some time at the end of the day. So I think we might try and do Star Tours, because we've got 40 minutes. Say this takes us 20 minutes. Hopefully Autopia's queue would have gone down, or Orbitron, I don't mind which. Sneak on one of those, then work out whether or not there's going to be drones on the fireworks, and decide accordingly what we'll do from there. Star Tours just looks the part at night as well, with that X-Wing up there all lit in blue. Same with this entrance here with like a hyperspeed blue and white zooming on the entrance sign. Epic. What destination are we going to get today? That's the question. On Star Tours. God, it's nice and warm in here, and the carpet makes you feel cozy. Are we going to go to Naboo? Let's find out.
Ne ratez pas la visite de l'ancienne cité cachée des Gungans. Puis, louez un bonbon et
the old RX droids, these used to pilot Star Tours before the refurb changed it to the Adventures Continue. Now we got C-3PO flying them instead. I love Star Tours. The older I get, the more I love that ride. Although I have some real bad luck whenever I fly with that airline. Every time I ride, I end up with a rebel spy on board. There was just 6 of us riding, and we were all in the front row. And it was just brilliant. I had C-3PO right next to me. We started in Jakku, and then we went to the planet where the final battle is at the end of Last Jedi, but I don't know its name. It's evaded me right now, I apologise. Is that the thumbnail? Maybe that's the thumbnail. Yeah, I think it's just such a clever idea for a ride. The rewriability of it, that it's always, well not always, but you can get a different scene a lot of the time. It doesn't make me feel too ill anymore. I don't know if it's been toned down or if I'm just getting braver the older I get. And like, So that one, in Jakku, you kind of have a moment when you stop like this, and you're just like on the edge of your seat trying not to slide away for a good sort of minute or two, which you don't get on other runs. And other runs you have, there's one where you do like a barrel flip. I genuinely prefer that to Millennium Falcon Smuggler Run at Orlando, and I worry that it won't last forever at Orlando with Galaxy's Edge being right next door. Who knows, but I hope it doesn't go because I love it. I think it's a great ride. I'd take a ride on that over Millennium any day. That being said, the new Mandalorian and Grogu missions on that ride might end up being quite good, so time will tell on that one. For context, for those who don't know, Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run is a similar sort of simulator ride in Orlando in Galaxy's Edge. Oh, and also at Star Wars California actually as well. You basically get to pilot the Millennium Falcon, but it's just not the most gripping story. So they're making a new story where you can get, where it's going to be with Mandalorian and Grogu for some sort of adventure. So we'll see what that new mission is like on that ride. I just got a notification on my Apple Watch saying, "You're moving more than 2 times what you usually do this week. Keep it up." Thanks for calling me big, Apple Watch. But it is true, you get your steps into Disney. I'm having a lot of food while I'm here, but you do work it off. Okay, I'm going for Autopia. This will probably be my last ride. We've got 20 minutes, but Orbitron's queue kind of looked like 20. I would have done Orbitron first and then this. But it's touch and go whether or not you'd get on Orbitron in that 20, so instead I'll make sure I definitely get on this and then we'll watch the fireworks.
Attention all drivers. Welcome à 1, 2 ou 3 personnes dans la voiture. Un numéro de...
We're slow here and then we get launched. Take it at speed. Oh, I've already bumped. My dad would be shouting at me right now. He doesn't like it when I bump the sides. I'm usually quite good at this if I've got 2 hands on it. Just the one so I can film with the other, not so much. You've got a pedal down there, nice wheel, and a beautiful ride. What more could you want? I think the car in front is going a little slowly, so I'm just easing off the gas at the moment so I don't bump into him on the tight corners in the forest. But yeah, this is a great way to end the day at Disneyland. Autopia with a wet floor and the neon lights going, driving through the forest. It's by far the best Autopia / Tomorrowland speedway there is out of the Disney parks. So beautiful around here. $220 miles per hour, I gotta slow down. Da, da, da. Those are the other 2 tracks over there, and there's a left track on our side, but the second loading platform was closed. This is special. The neon reflecting on the wet floor. One of the best ways to end the day at Disneyland. Still prefer my time in Frontierland yesterday, but ending your night in Discoveryland is by no means a bad way to spend your evening. See, these engines are now all automated, so I can't get too close to the guy in front. You can hear my engines cut out. That's not me being a square. That's just because it's all automated these days. I mean, you can still get a bit of speed, and if you take your foot off the gas, I'll see. If you take your foot off the gas, then you can still see. Like I'm choosing to do that. Stop, start, stop, start. But in general, it's not what it once was. It's much harder to bump into someone while going around. Look, it flashes. You're too close. It's quite a smart system, though. It doesn't smell the same around here anymore. When it used to all be petrol, this place used to smell pretty good. But killing the planet wasn't the best, so probably a good thing they went electric. Although I don't actually know if they're fully electric or not. There's still a faint smell of gasoline. I wonder if it's a hybrid now. Anyway, it's 9 o'clock. So fireworks are about to begin. It will be interesting to see if the drones are on, as it's not raining and it's not too windy. So I guess we'll soon find out. I can hear the fireworks show beginning on my left hand side. Oh, and the sky's lighting up a bit. We'll be off soon, we just got to wait for the ones in front to get off first. So there's the layout in all those trees. And you've got the boarding dock here, or the bays, platforms, and then Space Mountain. Oh, there goes those white lights. Looks really cool. Those new lights they put on only recently, I think it was this month or last month. As I said, it looks like the train shot up into light speed. They still need to get that cannon working at the bottom. That used to fire properly and would have a massive smoke ring that would go off every time it launched, but the lights are a, I guess, an okay compromise for now, even if it's not ideal in the long term. Fireworks through the trees. Right. Not seeing any drones at the moment, so probably for the best we didn't plan our whole evening around seeing the fireworks. However, still can catch the end of the show by heading down the Discovery Arcade. Just going to pop to this loo first though. Orbitron's still going, it's about 5 minutes past 9. Oh, almost 10 minutes past 9. It's always a fun night ride, I've done that a few times, catching the fireworks from up there. Oh, there are drones. Okay, now we're cooking. Brilliant. Let's get to the bottom of Main Street and try and see them.
Not today, sir. Look out. Some reinforcements.
Wow, epic.
Finds us.
Magic lives on in the memories of loved ones.
On n'oublie jamais la véritable magie. Elle perdure pour l'éternité. That's not my father. It's just my reflection. No. Look hard. You see, he lives in you.
unite us all.
La véritable magie se trouve en chacun de nous. Partez à sa recherche et répandez-la autour de vous.
Find your magic, embrace it, and pass it on.
Merci d'avoir été parmi nous pour cette merveilleuse soirée. N'oubliez jamais que nous avons toutes et tous le pouvoir de créer de la magie. Ce n'est que le début de l'histoire.
Thank you for joining us for this wondrous evening. As you journey on, hold tight to those you love, because the most powerful magic is the magic you share.
Well, that was pretty bloody special, wasn't it? Those drones were great. And these lights they put in for these new shows, these park hands are incredible. Not park hands, sorry, spotlights. Huge. Wow. Every time I see that show, I love it a little bit more than the last. That's really going up in my estimation after my first day of having it ruined by all the poor etiquette and everyone shoving. As you saw, I didn't go to the top of Main Street in the end. I just got a great spot by the entrance of Discoveryland when I came off that ride. I'd say if you want to have your night rides on Space Mountain, Autopia, Orbitron, whatever you want, go for it. You're still going to have an amazing view because you're on the right hand side of the castle, which means you're the right hand side for when the drones come on. Really great. By that I mean you're on the right side. The right hand side is the right side to see the drones well, which is what I just did. They were great. I'm going to have to hope and pray that tomorrow the drones are also on so I can see what the drones were like for the first 3 or 4 suns which I missed. I think I'm just going to take a seat by this Stitch mobile on this bench and let everyone disappear. Wait it out, wait for the crowds to leave before I head down Main Street. Someone just got engaged over there. Quite ironic, there was an engagement after yesterday at the end of the vlog. I made a joke about a couple proposing in front of the Disneyland Hotel. It was quite funny a minute ago, I had loads of people trying to take pictures of Stitch, but it looked like they were taking pictures of me. I'm a celebrity! Big Fun and Maximus has gone viral. Anyway, we're going to walk down Main Street in a minute to get the bus home. You could go shopping on Main Street at the end of the day, but I think I'll save that for tomorrow's vlog or the day after to show you all the shops on Main Street in detail. We'll take a long tour around there. Same goes for Disney Village. We could spend our time going around there, but I think it's best we just head home because I'm quite tired. Well, actually, that's not true. It's not really about me being tired. It's more about the fact I need to transfer all my videos from Day 2's vlog to my iPad before I can film tomorrow's vlog. Lessons being learnt, bring 2 micro SD cards for these Disney trips. There's so much I want to film and not enough space on my current SD card. Which you're all probably painfully aware of, considering if you've got to this point, you've probably watched at least an hour plus, maybe hour and a half vlog. And I appreciate your time if you have. Thank you very much. I hope I've been somewhat entertaining. Even slightly would be good. Slightly entertaining. I'm trying to get better at vlogging. I know I said this yesterday as well. I'm still learning. Funny thing is, I'm actually quite a funny person. You wouldn't think it from these vlogs, but I think I'm still trying to gain my confidence doing it. But hopefully once I'm really in the swing of it, we can have some real fun on these vlogs. They can be informative and funny. See, this is more my crowd level. This is what I like to see walking down Main Street at the end of the day. And there's no rush because my bus for some reason comes at 10:06 every night. It's every 40 minutes. So yeah, you'd miss the 26 if you try and leave because the fireworks are still going on at that point. So yeah, it was nice to have a little sit down before I take a more quiet stroll down Main Street. These are all the different shops you can go in on your way home, but as I said, we'll have a look through them properly tomorrow, I think, and take our time so I can see if there's any good merch I want to show the vlog. But I might actually wrap this one up here on Main Street for now, because we've already filmed the journey home and in other vlogs, or how to do the buses, and you've seen the Disneyland Hotel at night, so I'll say goodnight now. See you in tomorrow's vlog. We've still got to ride Peter Pan, Orbitron, we've got to see that Frozen show, which is pretty good, and lots more walk-through attractions and food for us to eat, shops to go in, so stick around for more. I'll catch you in tomorrow's. Bye!